Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome to another episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2. Today is a huge day because we have been chasing the Orient Express achievement forever. First started playing, and now we've made it to Bucharest with the fifth leg. The last leg, we have to go Bucharest to Istanbul, and there's a quick job available taking medical equipment down to Istanbul. It's going to be about a 10-hour drive. We're going to take this one, and if all goes well, we will complete the Orient Express achievement in this episode. I think I've been trying to do this for over an hour. Over a year here. Let's take a look at our ride here. There we go. So we're just filled with the kind of medical equipment. We're borrowing a Scania truck for this ride, so should be good. It's snowy, but the weather looks clear here. Everything's looking pretty good. Let's get out here on the road. Pretty excited for this one here. Should be a nice day, nice drive. It's, what is it, 4:30 in the afternoon, and we are not at all tired. So we'll probably drive a little bit and then get to the dark and then sleep someplace and then try to finish this up. So one sleeping round will probably do the trick for us. I think we're going to need our lights on here too. There we go. Looks pretty good. Going left here, right? All right. So how's everybody doing today? I've been kind of waiting for news from SCS for the Heart of Russia kind of DLC, but nothing yet. So there, and kind of waiting for maybe another event, but no events either. This load here, medical stuff, is really light, by the way. So we have a lot of pickup, which is good because sometimes these rental trucks aren't the best things for hauling heavy loads here. So, oh, this feels really tight. It's not tight. Oh, this is Europe, isn't it? But this is really tight. All right. Anyway, we'll get on the road here, and then let's check in as we hit the highway, and by then the sun will probably be down, but we'll see in a little bit. So we're just a little bit out of Bucharest here, but the sunset's looking pretty good, so I thought maybe we'd catch this as the sun goes down. It's my favorite light in the day, so this is always pretty cool, and this also makes me think this would be a good time to take the, well, no, I guess it doesn't matter because we can change the lighting situation when we take a thumbnail. But yeah, sun's going down, looks pretty cool. Whoa. Eyes on the road here. Heavy load in front of us here. Whoa. Glad we didn't have the slippery mod on for this one. Not my best driving here. Feel a little clunky. But this Scania is handling really well for a rent-a-truck, just a borrowed truck. It's got plenty of pickup for this load. And again, the medical supplies here are pretty light, so. But it's nice because I'd say half the time when you get one of these quick jobs, the truck is somewhat underpowered for the load. And so going up hills is really slow. And, you know, over time, I found that can really add a lot of time to the delivery. You know, if you've got an 8-hour delivery and your truck is underpowered, you've got a few hills, you know, all of a sudden you're spending, you know, a good chunk of that ride not being able to get up to the speed limit. And that adds up to a lot of time in real life and in game time too, trying to make up for that lack of power. Whereas if you've got a truck that can handle the load really well, you know, it's just so nimble through cities, and starting and stopping, that's another one too, you know. So having enough power for the load is certainly a huge part of making timely runs in this game. That's why I'm kind of excited. We've only done one run, I think, with the new Scania that we bought, and it felt really good, but I'm kind of excited now because that's where our cat is, Trillian. She's still being fed by our friend up in Kaliningrad. We'll get to, I think, Trillian next episode. But yeah, I'm hoping that the Scania has plenty of horsepower. I think it will, because we got the top of the line truck, right? So that's probably going to be no problems in terms of pulling power. The other thing I did notice with that is now we've done the achievement for driving 1,000 kilometers with each brand of truck in the game. Is you have to do, there's 7 brands and you have to do all 7, and we've done 4 of them, which I think now is Scania. Whoa, we gotta go right here. Pay attention. Scania, Iveco, Volvo, and Renault, I think, are the ones that we've driven so far. So we've got the other 3 to still do. So I think pretty soon we'll drive the Scania for a while, but then I'd like to kind of work for that achievement and try some of the other trucks too, just to kind of sample them and then go back to one again for quite a while. So, whoa. So working our way through the town here. I don't know which town we're in. One of the little side towns, perhaps. Oh, I was trying to figure out where those cars are coming from. They're just kind of appearing, but it's a hill there. This is pretty dangerous. Oh, he's letting me go, maybe? I don't know. We'll try it. Hopefully we can make it out here. Don't hit anything. All right, we're causing all kinds of problems for the cars behind us, but we made it out. Again, I've always found this part of the game world to be a little bit the roads aren't necessary, the speed limits don't necessarily match the condition of the road, and you've got some intersections that are just kind of precariously designed. And I don't know if that's how it is in real life, if the roads are a little bit less thought out than they would be in a place like France or not. Maybe if someone's driven down here and knows that, I'd be kind of curious, because it feels like sometimes like it just feels like a badly designed intersection. You're like, this is pretty dangerous. Whereas in driving in France and England and Germany, I don't get that sense as much. But maybe that's just me or just the conditions I've seen here. I'm not really sure. But anyway, it's about 6 o'clock in the evening, and it's full on dark now. Pretty soon, I think we're going to switch out of the snow mod and go into the spring mod. Maybe around the middle of February or so maybe another 2 or 3 episodes with each game. Actually, that's a week away from now, isn't it? We're getting close to spring. Winter's almost done, people. I mean, not for us. We still like 4 degrees out here and snowy in real life, and it will be that way all the way through March, pretty much. But yeah, in the game, in the real world anyway, it's not quite. Is that car going to stop? They usually don't. All right. Okay. It's kind of hard to talk and drive some of these rotaries and stuff like that, too. There's a little bit of kind of maneuvering around here. We've got turns. Oh, this must be a border up ahead, right? Anyway, we'll keep plugging along. We got about 8.5 hours left. We'll check in a couple more hours. It looks like it's going to be mostly a nighttime drive here. Not much I could do to... Whoa. God, I'm out of control here. Not much we can do about that. I think at some point we'll sleep and try to get some of the rest of the drive in the daylight. But we'll see in a little bit. So we have about 5.5 hours left. It's a little bit shy of 9 o'clock at night, and we've gone through one border crossing, and we saw a viewpoint that was a bridge, but we couldn't see anything because it was dark out. So I think that's another reason why I want to switch out of the snow mod. Is it's nice to make episodes with the daylight so that as people are watching these, they can see some stuff too. And it's harder to do that with the winter snow mod because a greater percentage of the time is just dark. So I think what we're going to do is looking for a place to sleep up ahead somewhere. Then I'll sleep, and then we'll do most of the chatting when it's daylight. So just going to kind of keep chugging along for a little bit, and then I'd like to talk a little bit about achievements. So once we get some sleep and the sun comes up, we'll regather and chat a little bit. But been a really relatively smooth drive over the course of this. Not very much traffic, just some winding roads and stuff, but good visibility without snow. So we'll see in a little bit. All right, little roadside cafe where we can sleep here. Let's get 8 hours of sleep, and that should get us to right about sunrise, maybe? Oh, great. What is with this? It's always snowing. It's either dark or snowing, or one of the two, right? We just can't seem to beat it. Gosh, it's crazy stuff. How do we get out of here? This way doesn't feel right. This way, maybe. Yeah, we'll make this work anyway. Yep, so, alrighty. Now we went from dark to dark and snowing, but the sun should be up at some point in the next hour here, so hopefully it'll turn to grayish stuff. I have the rain probability turned relatively down low now. It's down maybe about 25%, but snow's following us around here, so we'll looking for the sun at some point. It was sunny when we started, right? But anyway, it is getting lighter out. I can see it's kind of getting, well, less dark might be the best way to put it, murky and stuff like that. But I know in the last episode we were talking a little bit about the Orient Express achievement and some tips and kind of strategies for getting it, and then also just for its rarity. And so after that episode, I did look up to see which achievement is the rarest in the game. And I think this one used to be before the Iberia DLC came out. And now there's actually like 4 or 5 in the Iberia DLC that are less than 1%. And I think this one is right around that 1% mark, so only 1% of players have it. But I think there are 4 or 5 now in Iberia that maybe, obviously because the DLC is new, that's one reason. And then I don't know if it's calculated over total number of players or total number of people who have the DLC. My guess is it's so rare because it's probably over total number of players, regardless of whether they have the DLC or not, because that would have to account for maybe some of those lower numbers. But anyway, I was thinking about that. That might be challenging to see if we could get every achievement in the game that's 1% or less. which would be kind of fun. I think this one would give us, I think, our second one. The other one is that there's one where you have to do 5 cities coming out of Istanbul up the Black Sea, I think it is. That's the other rare one that I have. This will be, I think, the rarest now that I'll have gotten. But that other one was hard because, again, in that there's like 1 or 2 of those routes that were really hard to get. You just had to kind of be really patient and check the quick jobs every single time before you could get them. The ones in Iberia, there's a couple that are kind of, you need a lot of route. You need a lot of runs, like 10 deliveries of some type of stuff to some type of place. And those are always hard to get, not because they're hard, just because they take so many deliveries, right? But this one is hard. It's not very many deliveries. It's just that it's really hard to find some of the routes. So that's a different kind of challenge for this one here. But so I was thinking maybe it's good to go back to Iberia and try to get some of those other hard achievements to see if we could get all of the hardest achievements in the game. That'd be kind of fun little thing to do. But our next episode after this one in Euro Truck Simulator 2 is going to be to go up to Kaliningrad, where our truck is, and take Trillian for a ride to try to get a perfect delivery from Russia to Lithuania, because that is another achievement there. So that will be a good one to get as well. The other thing that I noticed as I was looking at achievements, which is, it seems kind of crazy to me, but maybe people can help me out with this one, right? There are achievements for driving 60% of the total roadways in the whole game world, right? And there's another achievement for driving 100%. For driving on every single road. And I think it's like the side roads and everything like that. And surprisingly, there's a much higher percentage of drivers that have those achievements than something like this, the Orient Express, or even some of the easier ones. But getting 100% of the map, that's got to be insane, right? That's got to just be so hard to get. I think the way you'd have to do it, I think we've talked about it before, but the way I imagine you'd have to do it is uninstall all the DLCs, start a new career, and I'm not sure whether your map percentages would count if you did that or not. I wonder how that would work. Like if I started a new career, maybe somebody knows, but I surely don't. If I started a new career, is that a stop sign? Probably better to know those things than to just guess. But anyway, if I started a new career, and took out and like unchecked all the DLC, so that's all that's left is like Poland, Germany, parts of England, right? Is that it? Is that all you would have? I guess, wow, maybe there's not that much, come to think of it. What would my map percentage be if I only had those? Would it be 0 if I started a new career? Or would it be the accumulation of what we've gotten so far in this game? That's a good question, right? Because I think that's the way you'd have to do it. You'd have to just eliminate all the DLC maps, because then you'd be just dealing with a very limited number of places to drive through. But anyway, it looks like we have a border crossing of some sort up here, guiding us to the left for some reason. It's a winter wonderland. I don't really know what we're doing. Is this the right way? I guess we'll find out. Looks pretty good. Does it tell us to stop? X-ray condition. Okay, yeah, so this must be a border crossing, maybe into Turkey. But anyway, random ramblings in a snowstorm on game achievements in Euro Truck Simulator 2. I feel like, is this the right way? I can't really see the stuff with the snow here. Whoops. Okay. All right. Oh, it's cool how it does stop snowing when you're underneath the awnings, which would make sense, but now we're not. Here we go. Checking our papers. Anyway, we'll keep driving along here. At some point, we might need to get gas. Did that go up? Okay. Oh, there wasn't a gate there. Okay. Looks like we got more border crossing stuff coming up ahead, but about a little bit over 3 hours to go. So we'll reconnect when there's about an hour or so left, and excited for getting the Orient Express achievement. I'd be curious to hear what kind of achievements other people have. Like, do you work for them? I know we've talked about it a little bit before in earlier episodes and stuff like that. What is going on? Try this way. But I mentioned that I like them because they kind of set some short-term goals in the game, some little things to work towards. I like the sandbox nature of the game and do whatever you want kind of stuff like that, which of course is really fun. But I also like the idea of having little short-term goals to work for and little things, just kind of targets to aim for in the game to kind of make it a little bit less completely random. So I don't play for achievements in a lot of games. Some games I don't even care about them at all. But whatever reason, I feel like the achievements in this game give it a nice little structure that just makes me appreciate it just a little bit more. I almost drove through this gate, kind of talking and not really paying attention, so probably should pay a little bit more attention. Anyway, I continue to babble on. We'll see in a little bit, and as we get closer to the end of the Orient Express, barring some kind of a tragic accident here. Whew. That was close. I'm not going that way. We're going this way. Roadblocks for cars. Roadblocks don't apply to trucks. Boy, I think I had my ninja reflexes on today. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's probably a helicopter in the road up ahead, right? We learned that from a previous episode. Please pull in for an inspection. Where? What? Speeding violation. Oh, everything's going on. What the heck's going on here? What truck scale? Oh, over here. Okay. It's kind of crazy. Everything's hitting us at once here. Okay, anyway, we appear to have survived that with just a €400 fine. All things considered, not too bad, although I'm still expecting something's going to pop up on the road ahead of us here. Because remember, did that before where they blocked the whole road off, and then in the middle of the night we almost hit that helicopter and the car rammed into the police car and flipped over it, which I've never seen that happen before. I haven't seen it happen since either. So I'm going to keep my ninja reflexes on high alert here as we proceed. We'll touch base again if something interesting happens. A couple hours to go until we're there. Fingers crossed. Helicopters in the road notwithstanding. Yeah, here it is. Oh, nothing. Just a little bit of a fender bender, and we're past it. Check it out. About a little bit less than an hour, and the snow has just abated, and we now have blue skies in front of us. So as we head into Istanbul here for the last leg of our long journey, I think, embarrassingly, I'll have to check to see when I first got the first leg of the Orient Express journey. I know I made an episode about it. I think I made an episode about each leg, and I want to guess it was over a year ago for sure. Might be a year and a half I've been trying to get this. Is that right? Or has it been since June? 8 months. I've lost track of time so much. Have I been playing the game longer than a year and a half? Wow. Time flies. Yeah, I must have, because I know we did the winter thing last winter, so maybe it's been a year and a half I've been trying to get this achievement. I mean, trying to get the achievement. I haven't been really trying. I've just been checking when I log in to see if there's a route available. I haven't been actively, taking trailers and really being kind of obsessive about it. It's just been kind of a half attempt at getting it. But it might actually be a year and a half. I'll check between now and the next episode to see when I got that first leg. But anyway, about 20 minutes to go, and we are almost in Istanbul. We'll see you when we get there. I remember the last time we were driving around Istanbul, which was quite a while ago. The parking was really challenging, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think one of the hardest I've had ever in Istanbul was in Istanbul, where you had to bend it around and jackknife it in between a couple of trucks. And I wasn't making an episode, and I got it in the very first shot. And I will never be able to do that again. But anyway, let's connect once we get there, and we'll take a look at what the parking looks like. So we've got about 4 minutes left, and I wanted to point out one thing with the snow mod. There are some green sections there you can see, and someone pointed it out in comments too. And that's not a problem with your mod. That's just, the mod developer said that there are places where SCS uses coloring over their tiles, like some green and yellow coloring. And so there's no way that he can change that with his snow mod. I haven't noticed it that much. There's a big stretch there, but most of the times the countryside and stuff like that, I don't see it very often. So it doesn't really bother me that much. This is really bad driving. But I did know because some people have pointed it out and said, what's going on with that? But no big deal there. That's just part of the thing that can't be changed with the mod. Now, I can't imagine it snows in Turkey all that often, but It's snowing today here for us, and I am looking forward to our parking, and we should get right here. Well, I guess we have to park it, right, and then turn it in before we get the final notification for the Orient Express achievement. That there, enter. A 90? Yeah, they're all hard here. What? 90 right there? That's not hard, right? Or is this the... there's trailers in the way. How... Istanbul parking is challenging. Challenge accepted. Let's figure this out. Where does it go? I can't even see where it goes. This is the one. This is one of the ones where you have to kind of wiggle it back in behind all these boxes in the truck and stuff like that. This was the one I thought was really hard before. I wonder if it feels easier now. I feel like we can cut this way and really bend it like that. Is that going to work? Yeah, I think so. If I can get straight fast, right? So I got to get the truck straight really fast. Like that's not fast enough. So then we got to guide it back around this way. But then maybe the second attempt we can get it here. So now, just look back here. If we try to go to the right, we should be good, right? I totally screwed this up. I did better the last time. Anyway, we'll sort this out. I've got an idea now. We'll just pull forward and turn the other way. And then we should have it this way. Now we got it lined up. Feeling confident now. Get really tight here. Now cut it. Straighten it up too late. But maybe not. I think we got it. I screwed it up. In we go. Not my best parking job. I feel like I should be able to get that in one shot. Kind of want to try it again. But anyway, we are here. TM Istanbul. Final delivery. I think if we tee this one up, we're going to get the achievement. The moment been long waiting for. Achievement unlocked. Orient Express. Nice. Most excellent. And we are working up towards level 31. That's a good chunk of this level from 30 to 31. We picked up 21,000 euros, which gives us 170,000. I think we can go buy another truck. Let's go see what we've got here. Because we want to put one in. What we got here? Let's get maybe a man. Man, let's try that. Buy online. What can we get for 170,000 here? This one, 148. 152. Man TGXXL. 154, 158, 164. That's plenty. How about this one? Man TGX Double XL. Let's purchase that one. And now we want to put that up in St. Petersburg. We've got lots of spots here. Put it right there. Then we need to just go hire a driver. And let's kick out of this. Go to recruitment agency. Hire a driver. Let's see what we've got. I think we want someone with distance. Oh, Gregors had applied for this one last time. He seems like he's about 14. That means he's going to have a long career. He's got distance and fragile. Gregors, you are hired. There you go. Let's go to put you up. Hope you like St. Petersburg. Yep, that's your truck. Get to work, young man. Off we go. Another truck, another driver. And again, our long-term goals with this, we want to fill up the St. Petersburg, our St. Petersburg base. Where is it? Truck manager, driver manager, garage manager. Here we are. So we have 2 spots left in St. Petersburg, and that's it. I'm going to actually take one of the, so we need to hire 2 more drivers, and then we're going to start on our grand experiment with a brand new base and 5 drivers to see which driver development model works the best. That'd be a long-term experiment. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed our long and winding journey to get the Orient Express achievement. Let me know what you think. Comments, as always, are greatly enjoyed. Thumbs up to help get the video in front of new eyeballs. And if you're new, please consider subscribing. Generally come out with a couple of trucking episodes a week, sometimes one a week, sometimes maybe 3 a week. But have a great rest of the week, everybody, and we'll see you in our next episode. We'll head to Kaliningrad for Euro Truck Simulator 2, and we have to get back to American Truck Simulator to make some more money to get that third truck that I feel like I've been trying to get for about a year now. But we'll get there. Take a little bit of patience. We'll get there. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.